This is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space channel. The verse of the day, again, is two verses. I'm reading through Proverbs, or skipping through Proverbs using verses of the day. And today I'm reading from chapter 24, verse 17 and 18. Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, and let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth, lest the Lord see it and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. So if you see someone that through their own means and own choices are being punished, that you don't like, that maybe has done something to you in the past, do not revel in it. Do not be happy that someone else is suffering. Or God will stop the punishment. Don't interfere with God bringing justice to those that need justice. I don't know how many times I've gone on Facebook and I've seen those awful posts about karma. Well, first of all, Eastern religions who use the term karma, it has a completely different connotation. It is not about revenge. Those Eastern religions that use the term karma as a spiritual term would agree with these verses. Don't interfere with karma. Don't make it about revenge. The whole thing of what goes around comes around has a different connotation than karma, although they are similar. And people of those Eastern religions, the leaders, do not like how Americans use the term karma, because the people that use it are using it incorrectly. It is not about revenge. So saying you're getting out the popcorn and you're going to enjoy this is going to stop. God is going to see that, and God is going to stop the justice or punishment that's being laid upon that person that you don't like. So you will actually be harming yourself if it profits you or pleases you to see that person punished. Or if you even need that person punished because what they've done to you in the same vein has harmed you. So by not letting that justice happen, you are harming yourself. So don't be gleeful about anyone else's sorrow or punishment. And also, I wanted to say, as a side note, Christians don't do yoga. And those leaders of those Eastern religions, not the people that own the yoga businesses, the leaders, the spiritual leaders of those religions that practice yoga as a spiritual practice, do not appreciate how Americans do yoga. Unless you have converted to that faith and are following the spiritual path, that's different. But if you're just going to a yoga class to exercise and you're linking it to those religions, even just, in a casual way, that's insulting to people that are yoga masters and are of those religions. You can have an exercise program that has stretching in it, that might have the same kind of yoga movements, but if you link it to that religion, it's insulting if you don't follow that religion. Of course, I want people to be Christians. So I'm not saying this to ask you to convert to an Eastern religion. I'm just saying you're dishonoring your own God, because when you're doing yoga, under the umbrella of it being part of a religion, another religion that has other deities. You're worshiping another god to start with, and that's not okay. And also, it's not respectful of the people of that religion that follow that spiritual practice, because you're not doing it in worship of their deity and you're not following their spiritual path. So the leaders of that. Now, if you go and tell your yoga instructor, I said all this, they're going to be like, oh, because that's their living. And they want you to practice yoga, whether it's spiritually appropriate or not. There are plenty of exercise programs out there you can go to that don't mention or reference the spirituality of those other religions. If you go in and there's sayings from another deity around and they play up the coolness of Eastern religions, you're insulting those Eastern religions and you're betraying your own God by following another. It's a form of worship. So I just wanted to say that while we were talking about karma and while we were talking about letting justice be done and letting people receiving their punishment from God, which is two different things, but people in America call this situation karma, and we shouldn't be doing that, and we shouldn't be relishing when God is doing what God needs to do to correct someone in their path. That person, especially if they're Christian, they're your Christian brother and sister, even if you don't like them. You need to pray to have love in your heart for everybody. But if it's a stumbled Christian, you shouldn't be laughing. You should go to them in their time of need. How powerful would that be if a person has been bad to you and then you turn around and help them? I was at a drive-thru one day and this woman had been atrocious to me and I gave her a piece of jewelry. She actually stepped back. She was so shocked because she had been evil to me and she knew it. And here I was being giving to her. It was impactful. It made her change her way of thinking. I could see the change directly in that person. She'll never be mean to me again. She is always Johnny on the spot for me. And in a normal situation, if I'd given her a gift, just a cashier, minimum wage worker, but she had been mean to me on top of that, and I'd given her a gift. Just think about, a lot of times if, I was going to that place regularly and most people would have just been, oh, I hate her. I just wish somebody else was working and they're having a bad day, and I was laughing at her. According to the Bible, whatever was happening to her would have stopped. But you wouldn't want anything to happen to a person, even if they'd done you wrong, if you are working out of love towards others and equality. Even if they'd been mean, you would know that they had to have wisdom imparted into them and that they're probably going to get a correction. When I'm in traffic and somebody passes me, does the things that invoke road rage out of people, I just look at them and I say, it's not going to be me, but somebody is going to retaliate against them. Not that I want it. It's just that helps me keep myself in check and not go into road rage and overreact. Because I know God's going to take care of that situation. It might not be good for that person, and I don't laugh about it. I'm not amused. It's kind of a sad statement. And if they've done something that normally provokes anger out of other people, you know that they're not just doing that to you. They're doing that to everybody. They're driving like that everywhere, not just around your car. So don't react. Pray with your eyes open since you're driving, but pray for that person. Pray. I've prayed for the safety of people that have cut me off in traffic, or they've come close to hitting me and they were in the wrong. I've prayed for the people that, when I make a mistake too. But if somebody is doing something wrong to me, I will pray for their safety, because that means that it'll keep the innocent people around them safe too. Come from a point of view of love, even to those that have done you wrong. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone.